Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me again. Yo, today I'm gonna be doing something a little different, just a little. Instead of doing a movie review, I'm gonna be doing a novel review. Yes, a novel review. It's a little different from what I normally do. And today the novel in question is the always great Starship Troopers. Now, a lot of you may remember this, know about this through the film. Now, this came out first. Remember that this came out in the late 50s, and it was said it was given the Hugo Greatest Novel Award in 1960. Anyway, moving on. The book is legitimately almost totally different from the movie, or the movie is totally different from the book. You see, in the movie they portray the military as fascist and they make them seem kind of stupid. And you see, in the book, the person who wrote Robert A. Heinlein, the author of this fabulous novel, was a Navy man. So you can tell there's gonna be some pro-military stuff in there. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna explain the differences between the novel and the movie. First of all, the novel had what was called ape suits. Yeah, ape suits. They were like these full-blown body armor, and it protected them from the bugs. And the bugs are also different because the bugs shot lasers which could cut through their armor like a hard-boiled egg, as they put it. In the book, the armor is just really crappy, like shielding. It looked like it was spray painted, and a bicycle helmet, and like an overpriced bicycle helmet. And the bugs just had claws, claws that they attacked people with. Also, his name's not Johnny in this book, it's Juan Rico, but they do refer to him as Johnny, so that's fine, I guess. Also, Mr. Radzak is not their teacher in the book. Their teacher is Mr. Du Bois, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Mr. Radzak does not show up till the middle of the novel, and they barely talk about him at all. They do talk about how he died and all that, and stuff like that. And also, he's not dating Carbony Banis. He has a crush on her, but he's not dating her. He also doesn't wind up making love to Dizzy Flores. First of all, because Dizzy Flores is a guy in the book. Second of all, he dies. He gets killed off. They talk about it in the beginning of the book, and sort of like in the movie, how the beginning of the movie was done in a battle sequence. The book is done in starts out with a battle sequence. Also, the book has no swearing. They mention that people swear, but they don't swear at all, which I thought was pretty cool. Also, they go on dropships in the book and in the movie, but they drop their paratroopers. They drop out of their dropships and they parachute down them, which I thought is actually pretty cool. If you ever can find the original cover, you'll see what that looks like. Also, there's more weapons than just the machine gun and the nuke launcher in the book. They have a machine gun, flamethrower, and H-bombs. And those actually are very useful against the bugs because the bugs are burned, but you can burn the bugs easily with the flamethrowers, and their weapons are their machine guns are more powerful in the book than they are in the movie. The movie, they were just pretty much just like M16s, just like more upgraded M16s with a shotgun on the bottom. The book also shows Rico more in class, not like a high school class, but a class like military classes that teaches him how to like be a better trooper. And like in the movie, the only way you can vote, the only way you become a true citizen is if you join in the military, which I can see how that would make sense. Also, when he gets his 10 lashes, he doesn't get it through accidentally killing someone in training. They go through virtual training, and what happens is he made a mistake that would have caused his entire unit to be his entire unit's death, and then he got his 10 lashes, which makes sense because if you make a mistake, or the slightest mistake in combat, it can lead to your entire unit's death. And trust me, that's not a good thing. That's actually quite horrible. So him getting that 10 lashes was a very necessary, and it's a very necessary thing because you never forget it and you never will make that mistake again. Anyways, the book is overall, it's a fantastic novel. I recommend it to all science fiction readers. The book was highly praised by many. The one that says nothing has come along that can match it by Science Fiction Weekly. They have 2 reviews on here. A classic. If you want great military adventure, this one is for you. That's from All Sci-Fi. Elegantly drawn battle scenes. Science Fiction Weekly again. Heinlein's genius is at its height in this timeless classic that is meaningful today as it was written. A fast-paced novel that never gets preachy. This is a definite must-have, must-read book. It's true, this is a great book, and I highly recommend it. There's some battle sequences in there, but like I said, it more focuses. It's like you're studying Johnny or Juan Rico. Also, his dad doesn't die, only his mother dies, and his dad winds up actually joining the military. You see, they don't live in Buenos Aires. His mother goes to Buenos Aires for like I think it was a trip, and the bugs threw a meteor, like in the movie, at Buenos Aires, and due to his mother being there, she died, and his father then wound up enlisting into the military. Anyways, this book is only 14 chapters long, but once you get to the later once you get to chapter 13, you realize that it's gonna be a while to actually finish, because chapter 13 is the longest chapter in the book. I'm not kidding. I'll show you how long it is right now. And it's worth it too, because it's a pretty cool situation. They saved the best for last, I'm telling you. It's that long. Yeah, it's not short at all. I'm not kidding. Chapter 13 and chapter 14. So yeah, it's a long chapter, but it's well worth it. And the book ends when Rico becomes the leader of the Ruffnecks. And through the book, when Radsack dies, his assistant, they call him Jelly. They wanted to rename the Ruffnecks Jelly's Jaguars, but he said no. He didn't. He said no one would speak of it again, and no one did. The book is also done through a first-person perspective, through Johnny Rico. You see what he sees, you hear what he hears, or you're actually reading it, but that's not the point. And you really get inside the character and see how he feels about everything. It's all around a fantastic novel. I highly recommend it. It cost me $15 to get this one. There's a cheaper one that's only like $8. It's one of them paperback ones that's like this thick, and it has a cool picture of a guy putting, I think it might be Juan, getting his ape suit on and getting ready for battle against the bugs. Yeah, you don't mess with the mobile infantry. They take on giant bugs. And they both have. This is a pretty cool cover, too. I think this is actually I think this is the coolest cover, other than the original cover, which I would recommend buying the original copy, the first edition, but the lowest price I saw it was $900. It's an all-around great. All in all, this is a masterpiece of science fiction literature. Robert A. Heinlein knew what he was doing. I give him applause, and I give Paul a thumbs down for his horrible adaptation. And I know I said I liked that movie, but I then realized, when I grew up, I realized how stupid it was and how stupid they made the military feel, and that actually offends me. But I don't care, really. Anyways, that's my review. See you later. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. Rock on.